Good afternoon. You were looking at the geese flying, right? So the geese, why were they flying in that direction, in that formation? You saw them, they were flying in this V formation. So why do the geese fly in this formation? Because they work as a team. You may not know this, but the geese are birds which fly from one country or one place to another during winter. During extreme winters, they fly from one end of the world to other where it is warmer, and then after 3 or 4 months of winter, when they know that summer will be back, they again fly back. So they know their direction. Their common goal is to fly away from winter, and after winter they come back home. So this is how the geese have a common goal, and they all fly together. It's not like they set a scheduled date that okay, we will I'll go today, you come tomorrow. They all fly together because they work as a team. And when they fly in this formation, what happens is the flapping of the wings gives the bird behind a lot of strength for its wings and the air. So it is able to fly on the earlier birds flapping of the wings. It doesn't have to expend so much energy. So it gives 71% more air or flight to these birds. So while flying in a V formation, they get benefit from the bird flying in front of them. So that is why all these birds fly in a V formation. Maybe when you see some group of birds flying, you might see them and you will see this V formation. That's why birds fly in this V formation. And then, what happens when the goose falls out of the formation? Sometimes what happens is one goose may get very tired, or one goose may get very sick. Anything can happen, right? They're also living things. So sometimes a goose gets tired, it falls back. That means it cannot keep up with the pace of the V formation. So it falls back. Then these geese don't just leave this friend alone and walk away or fly away. Two geese from that formation step back, and they will accompany this goose who has fallen out of formation till either he's better and he's able to fly again with the pack, or sometimes they die on the way, till either it's dead or it is better. Either way, these two geese will also leave that formation and give company to this friend, so that he can either pick up and fly with the rest, or probably too sick to get better and it dies. Then these two geese will again join another pack of geese, again flying in that V formation. So even when the goose is sick, the pack doesn't leave it. They all wait for that bird to get better. What happens when the leader bird, we said one bird leads the team, right? So what happens when this leader gets tired? Generally what happens when the leader gets tired is that the leader bird comes to the back of the line and somebody else takes that point, or another geese will lead it from there. So again, they're again in it together. So if one bird is tired and wants to take rest, it goes back to the back of the formation, and one other bird will take the lead and be the leader for that some period of time. So even that they take turns. And you see that while they are flying, the birds at the back are always, quacking or honking, quack, quack, or I don't know, whatever sound they make a weird sound. They keep on doing that. Every once in a while they keep making that sound. Why do they do that? That is to encourage the bird in the front that we are with you, go ahead. Like, it's like clapping. When you clap, the player plays better. So these birds are communicating to the leader bird, because it can't actually turn back and look every time whether everybody else is following. That's why they keep making that noise to tell that bird that we are with you, keep flying. So they are communicating all the time. As a team, they are communicating with each other. what happens when a goose gets sick or wounded? I already told you what happens when a goose gets sick. Okay, two other birds fall back and join this goose and help it either to get better, or till it dies they wait and see it after it's dead, they join another pack of birds, another flock of birds I should say. So teamwork and geese, what do we learn from them? What do we learn from these animals? You must have seen ants also, you know, when you put some sugar in corner of your house, if you see one ant around it, within minutes or within seconds, you'll have a whole line of ants joining the other ant to take that sugar, right? The ant doesn't eat that sugar or store that sugar all on its own. It conveys the message, and within minutes, I don't know what internet or what Wi-Fi connection they have, that immediately within seconds, if you put some sugar, all 100 or more ants will be there. Where they get the communication from, we don't know. I think we should learn from there. So actually we can learn a lot from these animals, especially teamwork. Crows, you know, if you put some food somewhere and one crow sees it, does it eat it all by itself? No. It will start making such a huge racket that all the other crows will come and share that food. So again, they work as a team, they work together. Even if one crow is dead, they don't leave the crow there. 1 or 2, 3 crows will be around it, you know, till something is done to that. So they work as a team. So we can learn for teamwork from these birds and animals. So individuals who share a common direction and achieve their goals quicker and easier. See, just like this flock of geese who had a common goal, they had to get away from winter to a warmer climate. So they were all flying together. So they had that goal in mind. Nobody said go slow, I am tired, or nobody said I can't lead, I am too weak, or nobody. There was nothing like that. Each one had their common goal and each one was supporting the entire team while flying. Sometimes leading, sometimes falling back, sometimes helping other birds. So this is how they work together. Accepting others' help and support and extending your own. See, when you're in a team, you can help others, at the same time accept their help also. It doesn't mean that you're less or more than the others. As a team, there is no me. Okay, it's a team. A group of people who are interdependent on each other's skills, capabilities and talents. So just like the geese, when you're a team, why do you form a team? If one person can do everything, why does he need a team? One person can't do everything, right? One person can have only so much talent. He's only skilled in a few things. A person who's good at maths may not be very good at drawing, or he may not be very good at budgeting. So if he wants to set up a company, he have somebody who can project what he's thinking onto the paper, and somebody who can actually draw out a budget for the whatever he's thinking of. So one person may not be good at so many things. Always teamwork is necessary to achieve a goal. Constant encouragement and feedback. When you're in a team, it's always good that you encourage the team and don't criticize it. Like the geese were constantly letting everybody else know that we are all flying together. So especially the leader in the front, we are with you. Standing by each other in difficult times as well as when we are strong. Just like when the sick bird was left behind, 2 geese will support it. So this is how the geese support each other and they work as a team, and that's why, you know, they fly thousands of kilometers, not just 10, 12, 20 kilometers. They probably fly from Russia all across India, Europe, and go to a warm place. So that's how long, thousands of kilometers they fly, and then they know exactly where they have to come back to again. After 3 or 4 or 6 months, they fly back again. So this is because of their teamwork. One goose probably cannot fly that far all alone, right? So what we are talking about is teamwork. In today's day and age, Teamwork is very necessary. Companies are looking for people who can work in a team, not just individually. So till now, intermediate or 10th, how many marks you got in 10th, how many marks you got in intermediate, that was the call. Now it's going to be, of course, studying is important, but then working in teams is also important. You'll probably in graduation, whether it's any graduation, BSc, BCom, BBA, all these things, you will have projects, you will have activities that you will do as teams, because once you pass out, you will have to work as a team. So you should know what is involved in teamwork. So what is a team? We define team as a group of people who have a commitment to produce a result. So it is not just one person producing a result, but a group of people working towards a main goal. Sometimes I think you also probably did some teamwork and achieved some results. Sometimes when you study alone, especially some subjects, you may not be able to actually do very well, produce a lot of result or work. So, but when you do it in a team, that's why you'll say, I'm going and studying in my friend's place. 3 of us are going to discuss and do maths, right? Or 3 of us are going to do these physics problems or do these accountancy problems, whatever. You achieved better when you worked as a team. Why is that? Because you probably are not good at something. You think that somebody else is good at something. You will learn from them. And whatever you're good at, probably you can help the other person or teach that other person. So as a group, you'll all learn better from each other, and probably you'll learn more than you work when you studied individually, right? Did that happen? Probably did, right? So some of you must have enjoyed that group, I don't know what it is called. Combined studies, yes, that's the word. Combined studies. What is combined studies? Working as a team. All your goal is the same, getting good marks in whatever exam. But then when you combine, that's a team. That's a team. And generally when you start this combined studies, every day you don't change your team, right? Every day you won't get a new member in. You will probably form a 3 or 4 members together. This team have already understood each other. You know each other's skills and talents and abilities. So you can work and you can gel well together. So that's why you look forward to doing work with them, because you will be able to study better with them, right? So what is teamwork? We saw what is a team. What is teamwork? The ability to cooperate and communicate effectively to achieve that common goal. So teamwork is just nothing. It's just that talking to each other, the members of the group, and then communicating effectively and achieving that common goal. As whatever you wanted to achieve as an individual, now you're achieving as a team, right? When think of your combined studies, even you as a single person, you wanted to get good marks. As a combined team studying together, that's your goal again, right? So that is teamwork. Just like, if you want good music, if you go to an orchestra or listen, want to hear some melodious music, if even one of these instruments doesn't gel well, can you hear good music? No, right? When a song is a hit, it's because everything has worked well towards producing it, whether it's the writer of the song who's written the lyrics or the director who's made the music, whether it's the piano or the flute or the drums, everything has worked together, and then you get fantastic music, or music that is very melodious, or very instantly catchy. Teamwork, like I said, not only human beings, all animals in the world, they look at how these 3 turtles are trying to wade across that river on one log of wood. See, I was talking about ants. See, ants, I think they can carry more than about 18 times their weight or something like that. astonishing, if you are say 50 kg now, can you imagine carrying a 250 kg bag 5 times your weight? No, but ants can carry more than 5 times their weight, maybe 18 times their weight or something like that. That's why sometimes you see 4 or 5 ants carrying one big piece of peel of apple, or one piece of food, something is left over, you'll find 3 or 4 ants carrying it. And how much does an ant weigh, and how much does that food particle weigh? So when you think about it, together they try to do it. So ants are really hard-working creatures. So what is teamwork, and why are teams essential to success, and what makes a successful team? Let's look at those things. Huh? Okay, did we go back? Okay, yeah. Teamwork is essential for success. Like I was telling you today, it's not one person's job anymore. Earlier, even in businesses, like one person did only pottery, one person only made clothes, one person only sold or made wooden things. Today, the world has become so big and so together that it's not enough if one person can do only one job. You are expected to do everything. And today, software companies, we are not only doing jobs for our country, our people, we are doing jobs from other countries also. So everything has become so hectic and so efficient, competitive, that everyone is expected to know everything. But this is impossible to happen, right? That is why teams are formed, so that each one is a specialist in each subject, or each whatever is needed for that project or for that team, and then they work together and produce the end result. So nowadays organizations want team players, not individually excellent people. They want a team which may not be individually perfect, but who can work together to achieve the end result. So teamwork and communication go in hand, because both achieve great results. Okay, communication is very important when you're working in a team, as we also saw with the geese. Teamwork is a journey of continuous improvement. So all the time, as a team member, we are learning from the other person. So something you're not good at, the other person is good at, we can learn from them. Every team member plays an important role in achieving the team's goal. This is an important thing. So every team member learns something from the other's goal. So simply stated, it is less me and more we. Even these, if probably they left their hands, they'll all fall to the ground. They're all able to stay afloat in the air. They're all skydiving, right? This is a sport which is called skydiving. They dive off a helicopter or a plane or something from great heights, and they keep on making formations. They don't fall down because they're all holding each other up. The buoyancy or the air holds them up. So once they leave their hands, probably, unless they release their parachutes, they'll all fall to the ground. So teamwork there also. So what makes a successful team? So just at the acronym, teamwork. So what is team? Stands for talent, different skills and abilities from different people. Enthusiasm. Whenever you're in a team, you join a new team, there's enthusiasm, right? You want to learn, you want to show what skills you have, and you also want to learn what the others have. Adaptable. Adaptability is the key. You have to be, whichever team you are in, you should be adaptable. Generally, even in class, when we form teams for some activity or even for a game, madam, I want to be with my friend, I don't want to be in team A, put me in team B. Even if it's just for that half an hour, people are so upset when they have to go away from their friend, or they have to join another team. So you should not be like that. You should be adaptable. It's only when you move away from your comfort zone that's when you learn something. So be adaptable. Try to prove yourself worthy of every team. See that next time somebody says, we want her, we want him in our team. That's how you should be. You should be adaptable, you should be able to enjoy yourself in every team, learn from every team and give your 100% to every team. Mutual respect. Always value others' contribution, working together. Organized recognition, continuous feedback. Always talk about what the other person has done well for the team. Giving good, hey, you did a good job. Surely he will appreciate you, right? When you're good with your compliments, you will also get a compliment. So, instant feedback, continuous feedback is necessary to work. That's why in cricket also, I'm sure you're all cricket fans, right? When a match is going on, if the bowler bowls a good ball, the wicket keeper and the people surrounding will say, hey, good ball, you can hear it over the mic, wicket mic, right? Good ball, good, acha kiya. They keep on saying it, right? What is that? Constant feedback, so that he will bowl even a better ball next time. And sometimes even when he bowls badly and this fellow is hit for a 6, he says, never mind, both acha kiya, never mind. Good captains will keep on saying that. They'll keep on giving continuous feedback. So as a team, you're encouraging your team. Not only the captain, all the other members. So you see this team spirit in sport. And that's why they're successful. The team that can play as a team. Why is India so successful now than before? Earlier also we had great talent in cricket. But earlier individuals used to play for themselves. Not for the team or not for the country. But after the leadership changed, when maybe Dhoni and Azharuddin and these captains came on board, they started making it into one team. That's why today we are able to Virat Kohli, we are able to see success because they're working together as a team, not as individual players. So that is the difference between India earlier in cricket and now. So even today, any team sport, if they work together, surely they will win. And knowledge, of course, knowledge. Before we go to the next one, let's see this video. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Look how teamwork works everywhere. Sound ekkunda? Get the two with Okay, did you enjoy that video? Wasn't that cute? How the mighty eagle was also, defeated by these little animals. So that's what teamwork can do. Teamwork can work against mighty people. If you're alone, you can't. But if you're together, I also remember this story when most of you must have heard it, about an old man telling his children how they should stay together and work together. An old man is dying and he's on his deathbed, and he has 5 sons. So he calls all his 5 sons who are always fighting with each other. And he says, if I die and you keep fighting like this, people around you will destroy you. He gives them each one stick, and he says, break the stick. So each one is able to snap it into 2 pieces very easily. And then what he does is he puts all these sticks together, ties it with a big rope, tight rope, puts it all together, and then he says, now break these 5 sticks. They are unable to break it because the strength is increased. Nobody is able to, all the 5 sons are not able to break that. So he says that's what will happen when you're together. As a team, you will be stronger. If you're individual, it's easy for someone to break you. This works for everyone. When you're alone, it's very easy to get defeated. It's very easy to lose hope. It's very easy, not to achieve something. But when you're together, you're stronger, and then you can achieve anything you want. So that is why that story is actually a very old story. I'm sure all of you must have heard it. But then it just reminded me of teamwork. So as a team, this acronym works very well. Together, everyone achieves more, right? Alone, you may not achieve as much, but together, everyone is benefited. Everyone is a winner. So look at another example of teamwork. Look at what is happening in these pictures. But there are so many stories about teamwork, how teamwork, actually you're more successful in teamwork. So by now you must have realized what's happening here, right? 2 dogs are tied together and food is kept at 2 corners. So both of them are trying to reach it, pulling each other, and finally they decide that this is not going to work. So what is going to work? If both of them together eat this, and then they can go and complete that, right? That way, so all the time we are thinking about ourselves. We are thinking we've already become a little selfish or very selfish, because we always think about me, myself, I want it, I have to do it, I have to be the first. But you don't, in the meantime, you don't realize that by helping someone, you are benefiting also. Sometimes, so many times, even in studies, if you're intelligent and you're able to learn something very quickly, and somebody comes and asks you that, please tell me, I didn't understand this. Do you think not telling him is beneficial to you, or explaining it to him? Explaining it to him, right? You know why? Because when you teach something, you actually have to understand it twice as much. You have to remember twice as much. So while explaining it to him, you actually have to go through the book again and confirm some points and then explain it to him. What happens in this process is, it is etched in your memory. You will remember it always. So when you teach somebody something, there's no way you're going to forget that. So it has helped you a lot more than just by learning something for yourself. By teaching it, you're actually, revising everything, and it will forever be in your memory. So that is why helping others, being a team, always works. Even great scientists like Edison, he had about, I think, 21 assistants, I believe, while he was producing the bulb. Actually, Edison, we know him for only the bulb. He's actually famous for the bulb, but he's got many more patents to his credit. He's achieved a lot more. He's invented a lot more things which are not as famous as the light bulb. But somebody once asked him, you are so brilliant, why do you need 21 assistants? He said, if I could solve all the problems in the world myself, I would. That means One person cannot achieve anything. It is with the help of all these assistants that he could produce wonderful results. The light bulb being one of them, and he's actually got a lot more inventions to his credit which are not as popular, but they are there. If you want, you can Google and find out. So the strength of a team is as strong as each individual. Like, each member is only as strong as the other member of the team. There is another small story I just remembered, about teamwork. How not being a team sometimes can be the downfall of everybody. There was this farmer in a place. So he had a few chickens, and 4 or 5 chickens, and he had a few goats and a sheep and all that. And there was also a rat. Living in his farm, in the shed that he had outside. So the farmer and his wife, they were keeping some food and cheese here and there, and this rat used to go and eat that. So once the farmer and his wife said, okay, we have a problem here. There is a rat in our house, in the shed or living somewhere, and we have to catch it. So we have to let's get a rat trap. You all know that rat trap, that contraption where once the rat enters, the lid falls down and then it can't come out. It's called a rat trap. So we have to find a rat trap, and today I'm going to the market, I'm going to buy a rat trap and fix it in the house. The rat heard this and it went and said, it was very upset. Oh my God, this farmer is going to buy a rat trap, and then he's going to kill me. So it went and told the chickens that were in the ground. They were all talking to each other, communicating. It went and told the chickens, see, this farmer is planning to kill me. He is planning to buy a rat trap. Can you do something to help me? Those chickens said, rat trap? Oh, that's not my problem, because rat trap is for rats and you're a rat. So he's probably trying to kill you. How does that concern me? I am not a rat, so I'm not bothered. Okay, if he's buying a rat trap, that's your bad luck. I'm sorry, I can't help you. So the chickens don't do anything to help him. And then he goes to these goats and sheep and he tells them, see, the farmer is buying a rat trap. Can you do something to help me so that, I can survive? Then this goats and sheep also say, rat trap? Okay, that's your problem. Well, how does it concern me? I'm a goat, I'm happy living here. The farmer will never kill me because I give him milk and I give him meat, and I'm doing so many things, and the chicken says I give him eggs every day. So you're the one who is a troublemaker and you surely will get killed. So I'm sorry, I cannot help you. So these two animals say we cannot help you, and the rat is very upset. But it knows that the farmer has bought a rat trap that day and put it in the shed. So what happens is that night he will not move. He will just stay where he is, not going anywhere near the rat trap. It doesn't matter if one day I am without food, I'll just sit in this corner. So he sits without moving, and suddenly he'll hear a big sound. Actually, there was a snake also living in that compound or in that shed, which nobody knew about. And when this rat trap was set and a piece of cheese was put in it, this snake went to eat it. And then its tail, as soon as it went to eat it, it snapped, the door fell off, and the tail got caught in the rat trap. So the farmer's wife got up in the middle of the night without switching on the light or anything. She didn't bring a light, she just came and saw and said, oh, the rat is caught. She's very happy and she tries to pick up the rat trap. The snake bites, gives her a peck or bites her. And then she realizes that it's not a rat but a snake, and a poisonous one at that. And then she starts screaming, and the farmer comes and sees that his wife is all sick and she's fallen unconscious and all. Then he'll run for the doctor, and he goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, okay, those days probably there were not so many medicines. The doctor says, I'm going to give her some medication, but she might be sick for a few days, so you have to be very careful, watch over her. So he ties something and something happens and all. Anyway, she's sick, she's on the bed, and then people start visiting this farmer. As people, his relatives, friends come from far off places, and then to feed his friends and all, he has to cook and give them something to eat, right? he starts cutting off one by one chicken to feed his friends, and the doctor also says give her healthy food, give her chicken soup every day. So the 4 or 5 chickens he has in 4 days, all the chickens are gone because he's giving her chicken soup and he's giving all the friends or relatives who come to meet him. Chickens are gone. Suddenly after 4 days his wife dies because of that poisonous snake. And then suddenly he has to arrange for a funeral. Then all the people from there are surrounding the village, and all the people he knows, they come for the funeral. He has to feed them all. He doesn't have much money. What does he do? He kills his goats. He says, now I don't have a wife. What is the point of earning so much and keeping so much? So he, kills the goats and cooks them, and he serves it to all his relatives and friends and whoever comes for the funeral. So what is the moral of the story? That if you think it is not your problem, that's not my problem, I don't have to worry, you could be also involved and be the loser. So when somebody asks for help, even if it doesn't concern you, try to help them as much as you can. If the goat and the chicken had helped the rat in the first place, probably this would not have happened, So the rat is still alive, the chickens and goat have all gone, right? So the moral of the story is, if you work as a team, everybody achieves more. Everybody is a winner. So before we end this story, I want to tell you that whenever you can work together, especially when you come to college, because in the future, in organizations, they want people who can work together, not people who say that, oh, I can do it individually, I don't want anybody's help. You should give help and take help whenever necessary, because nobody is as smart as everybody else. We are just smart or talented up to some extent. Somebody else is talented in something else. So when all these talents come together, only that person or that team will be successful. So all of us must remember that, because today teamwork and team spirit is wanted. That's why they say team spirit in sports, in all the group sports that we have, whether it's hockey, football, cricket, basketball. All these champions will tell you that if you said somebody hit a goal and he won the match for us, he says, I could not have hit that goal if somebody had not passed on the ball at the right time. Right? So all this is not the success of one person, but success of the whole team. Let's watch another nice video about teamwork. Yeah, so you all saw that. So Michael Jordan, the number one basketball player in the world, he says, unless as a team you achieve more, alone you can't do so much. There are so many things, so many examples from great people that as a team you can achieve a lot more. And team does not only mean your friends. That's one thing I just wanted to let you know. You can take support from anybody, your siblings, your brothers and sisters, your family. Your family, as a family, you're the first team, right? Your mother, father, you and whoever your siblings are, you're a team. So if you can take support from each other, you have any doubts, you have any problems, share with them, take their help. Even your friend, we always, when we say team, we only think of our friends. It need not be so. Even a family is a team. As a team, as a family, you are a team. So if you want to succeed and become successful, you have to work together. So you can take their support, you can give support to your parents at this point. We're all staying at home and working at home. So the parents need our support and we need their support, right? So help as much as you can. Okay, be supportive of their ideas and all that. So team does not necessarily mean only a team when you're selected in a team to do something. So as this thing, you can be a leader of the team. Leadership qualities come out when you're in a team. Generally when we make a team in class for different activities, we don't say he or she is the leader. We just say this team of 5 students, you're one team, 5 students, you're one team, and we want you to do this role play or this case study or something like that. What happens is, one of them emerges as the leader because one of them plans saying, okay, we will do this. They will take the initiative, they will take that leadership role. We will do this, and somebody else may suggest something. So they will listen to everyone. So being in a team, you are able to bring out your leadership qualities. So that is what is required. In a team, you actually achieve more than you can imagine. So today's world is all about teamwork. So all of you, please do not think of only working individually. Try to help others, take support whenever you need it, try to speak to others, communicate efficiently. Let's learn from these animals. And they always say man is a social animal, in the sense that man can never live alone, right? The worst punishment anybody could give was putting a man separately in a cell. That's why the Andaman and Nicobar, those single cell jail, cellular jail it was called. All big prisoners of independence were taken and put in that cellular jail. Means one cell which was only about 4 feet by 5 feet. Man couldn't stand up, couldn't sit down, especially he couldn't communicate with anyone. He was put alone in that cell. That was the worst punishment anybody can give you, right? Even if at home somebody says don't talk to anyone for 2 hours, you will die. Just thinking about it. In class also, the worst punishment is nobody speak to her or you don't speak to someone. So man wants company. Man always thrives on company. So when you're together, you can surely do a lot, achieve more. So that is the message today. Teamwork, as a team, together, everyone or each achieves more. So work as a team wherever possible and think of ways how you can contribute to the team and make it successful. So okay, that's all for today. See you all in the next class. Bye.